Hey there, all of my Cancerian people out there, sun, moon, and rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for November 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your November? And of course, don't forget your weekly astrology updates as well. Well, this November is kind of convenient as far as making the video is concerned because we have the first and the second half of the month being so different from one another. It's almost like two different stories. And so that's how we're going to break it up as we talk about this overview. The first half of the month is actually really sweet and actually quite tender for a lot of you Cancerian people, as we have the sun in Scorpio and a new moon in Scorpio at the beginning of the month, lighting up new love stories, especially when it comes to opportunities to bring in a renewed sense of freshness, wholesome simplicity, fun, adventure into your personal lives. And a lot of you are going to be finding that not only is this opening up new love stories to explore, but also maybe even bringing in new love languages, new romantic habits, new bonding activities. It's a really sweet time for love across the board, whether this is new romantic stories for couples to, maybe embark upon, or maybe even new love opportunities for those of you who are single or are available to new people. This is also a great time for anybody who has been thinking about putting themselves out there in terms of creative or artistic enterprises, looking to maybe connect with the people and the influences that are going to be the most supportive to that, and therefore, by extension, you. We also have Mars entering Leo at the beginning of the month, and this is beautiful news for you in the financial department because Mars here for you is going to be really kind of turning up the heat as far as productivity, but also your earning power is concerned. Just keep in mind, Mars here is going to make November not only an extremely gainful and competitive month, but also one that is quite demanding. And so work, career, financial matters, while definitely paying you out good, may also be asking you to make more time for what is paying you out good, and could even, interfere every once in a while with social activities or personal activities. So make sure that you're keeping the balance and you know how to set that balance right. We also have Venus and Mercury together in Sagittarius in the first half of the month, and this is another area of your chart which focuses on work as well as what you get for your work and just your value and reputation from your community, both your personal community as well as professional community as a whole. And so this is going to create a lot of emphasis on personal relationships that are of a professional nature becoming tighter. And so you might find that with Venus here especially, you're not only getting a chance to be gifted with a lot of favors, but maybe even set apart, but with Mercury's help there in a good way to rise up, especially if maybe in a professional or a community space, you've been sort of a wallflower, a face in the crowd. There's going to be a lot of getting picked up, picked out kind of stuff going on here. And this is also great for anybody looking to maybe draw in extra professional or financial support to themselves. The second half of the month gets a bit more serious in tone. We've got Venus, however, entering Capricorn, bringing more love and romance into your life and also bringing a deep focus on sweetening and strengthening committed relationships across the board. This can also be a powerful time for unions of all kinds, alliances, as well as established relationships to go through some powerful graduations, but also a lot of you are going to be gaining, in a sense, from some kind of important joining of forces that's going to be good for you and the other as we go through the second half of the month. A full moon in Taurus is pushing for a major change of course as far as your social life is concerned, and there may even be some splits or some breaks going on as it relates to social connections, whether this is with individuals or maybe something going on with group associations. A lot of the times when we have a full moon in this part of your chart, you're getting kind of pushed to release associations that you might already know could be adversely obstructive, unhelpful, or maybe even a little bit toxic, even though you may have tolerated that behavior or those people. This full moon in this part of your chart is probably going to say bye-bye, and jettison one or two individuals or associations of that nature. Pluto and Saturn are also making some important moves this month, however. Saturn is turning direct in Pisces, which is beginning the end of this retrograde season we've been going through a little bit. And when Saturn turns direct, there's going to be a big focus on bringing order and discipline to what has been disordered in your life as it relates to big contracts, big agreements, maybe big plans, travel, moves, or anything that is going to be, helping you to maybe branch out of your bubble, or anything where you could have some associations with government, legal, or academic concerns. And Pluto is going to be moving on into Aquarius, where he's going to be for the next 20 years, fully and committedly this time, bringing overdue transitions, release, and the destruction of binding influences to situations where maybe joint finances or joint responsibilities or anything where you have been sharing in the good and bad fortune of others to your benefit. However, this release is going to be helping to clean your plate in a big way. And that's going to definitely be seen more and more as we go into December. And finally, we also have the Sun and Mercury retrograde, however, in Sagittarius together for the remainder of November and on into December. And this is transforming exactly the way you are found, or the way you are discovered, or the way you work with the world around you. Now, the Sun is bringing more value to what you get for what you bring to the world, but Mercury retrograde could be a disruptive influence, as it looks like a lot of the way that you have maybe organized your lifestyle, your professional world, and your social world are going to be in flux. However, whatever is coming to be rearranged is likely to be something that is superior to what you're used to, especially as we close up the year. So that is what we've got for your astrology there, Cancerian people. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, don't forget my name is Nico, son of Celine. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.